Cocoa Puff. How are you guys? Good morning, Sarah. We are on Thursday. Thursday, yay, hey. We made it. Tomorrow is Friday, then the weekend, yay. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm good this morning. I'm rolling along, getting going, seeing what's going on in the world. Not much has changed since yesterday. Nothing overnight, nothing breaking other than the hurricane, which is significant. How is everybody in Florida doing? If you're in Florida and you're in here, good morning, JoJo. How are you doing? Where is the live radar? I want to see. Oh, I can't see. Hi, Kristen. You have electricity. Well, that's good. Oh, wow. There's 219 souls in here. Thank y'all. You all coming to see little old May? Should have brought the good old inhaler up here with me. Good morning, Andrea. Oh my goodness, you guys. How are you? I do feel better. I don't know. Is it almost 2 weeks now? But it usually takes me a few weeks. I come back out of it. So Peaches is heading home now to see what the house looks like. Oh, Peaches, we're praying that everything is okay. I've seen some of the destruction in Florida this morning, and it's really actually devastating to me. My heart goes out for everybody who has lost structures. I don't know if they have announced any passings because of the storm yet, but there usually is. So, good morning, Hannah. So Chelsea's in the house. I'm already getting panel requests. What is going on? Who are these people? Who are you? Alwa Sane and Byron Nakers. If you want up here, you got to tell me what you want. Peaches is below Sarasota. It hit a retirement home. Oh no. I hate to hear that. Let's go on YouTube and see what the latest with the storm is. It's still obviously, is it through Florida yet? I mean, it had all night to go through Florida. What is happening? I never get requests, and I come in here and like the request board is lit up. I'm in Fort Lauderdale, uprooted a tree. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad.
Polk County staff and all of our community partners have been working around the clock for several days at this point. So we had fire rescue folks out there helping people at 1 o'clock in the morning, probably when it was dangerous for them to be out there doing so, but they're taking care of their community.
Wow, 1 o'clock. I was just comparing that to the time that was shared in Pinellas County because they said around 3 o'clock in the morning is when they were able to get out and about. But you guys did the best you could in the middle.
So it sounds like they had a pretty big storm there until about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was when people were able to get out and start helping one another. I always, when it hits overnight and you can't see, that's got to be triple, double scary. And I couldn't imagine. I wanted to say that though that they rescued 35 people yesterday from the North Carolina from Hurricane Helene. So they're still rescuing people from the first hurricane. What time is Diddler's third bond hearing? Is that today? Is it? Hold on a minute. We'll go see. You know what I need? I need a whiteboard because I'm trying to keep up with everybody's courts and stuff. That would be helpful if I help myself. Well, I heard that he finally left, Lieutenant Dan did. Did anybody else hear that? That he finally left? Which I was glad to hear about.
$13.
Good morning.
Good morning. Katie Santry's going live today for her psychic reading thing.
Matt Frazier, let me tell you guys, I am a huge Matt Frazier fan. What time, Emily? I knew that was happening, but I forgot what time.
Was 1:30 her time, and I'm Central, so 12:30 my time.
So 1:30 my time. Oh my God. You guys want to go live and listen in or what? I don't know. That would be so amazing to be a part of.
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it too. He rode the pony. He did ride it out. Oh, I heard that they had a GoFundMe for a new boat for him. That was, last time I checked, it was up to like $17,000. Was he in the boat that was on the bottom of the bay? Oh, I see what you're saying. That's wild. Oh, it's up to 26,000. Well, good for him.
Are they talking about Lieutenant Dan?
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I'm interested. I'm definitely going to be watching. I've been a huge fan. I would love a reading from Matt Frazier because he's the real deal. You know, when you have readings, right, and you're like, well, okay, I can relate this to that or the other, but if you have a reading with like Teresa Caputo or Matt Frazier, you know it's real.
Mm-hmm.
All you need is a rug in your backyard.
Apparently.
I'm gonna go bury my rug and then message Matt Frazier to come do a reading for me.
Somebody commented on one of her videos yesterday, and the Digging Up Bones song from Randy Travis came up, so I redid her video with the song Digging Up Bones.
I'm digging up bones. I'm digging up bones. I know that song. Oh, Travis Tritt. Man, I grew up with him for sure up the holler.
Oh, yeah. So that's all I wanted to say. So I will let you go.
Thank you for reminding me. I would have totally
You're
forgot.
welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Some guy from Kick said he was going to give Dan and then turned out a lie. Oh. Yeah, so what Emily was saying is, you guys know the rug girl, Katie Santry. She has a live reading with Matt Frazier, who's a renowned, perfect psychic medium. He's going to her house to do a reading on the place where she dug to see if anything is connected or if there are any spirits there. Because remember, she had some crazy stuff happen at her house too. Crystal's saying $70,000 for the boat guy. Good morning, Cassandra. Thank you, Summer. I wore these frames this morning. I could have done this to black, but I'm like, this kind of matches it's fall y'all shirt. 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Matt, I think he's from California, and he goes on. They used to have a show called The Frazier Family, but I don't know if it's on TV anymore. I'm getting host requests left and right. What is happening? Hmm. Oh, Courtney, I didn't mean to hit invite. Although you're welcome to come up. Yeah, the guy from Kick was going to do it and then lied for his name, but the guy from Kick, is that like a radio station? Good morning, Rose. Let's see if we can get some likes in here, guys. We already have 144 souls in here. That's freaking amazing. Thank you, Emily, for the coffee. Thank you so much. Today's live goal is 10 coffees, and I'm going to pin that in case you guys want to throw a coffee. Oh, Kick is an app. Okay, got you. Good morning. The panel's open. If you guys want to come up and talk about true crime, you can talk about whatever you want to. This is a true crime show. So anything you want to talk about in the news, I want to talk about this for a second. Hold on. I got a cough. Hold on. What is that sound? Oh, I think that's Penny. Penny, is that you? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. Hey, I was like, I thought you can unmute yourself on. I didn't mean to hit it. I thought it was me clicking the keyboard, and I was looking to see if something was laying on it. But good morning, Penny.
Hi. Can you take me down, please?
Oh, yes. Thank you for being in here.
Okay, thank you.
Sometimes folks hit that button by accident, but the panel's open. Good morning, Bella and Roxy. I wanted to talk about, first, I saw Kaylee Gonzalez's father on Nancy Grace last night, and it absolutely broke my heart. He was the father of Kaylee, one of the Idaho 4 victims, and I've never covered the Brian Koberger case because it's a little. It was hard for me to cover it because they're babies and just kids, so they're kind of the same age as my kids. And so I never did really, because it was just too hurtful to think about what they would have went through. But when Brian Koberger goes to court, I will start covering that as a court case. But so you'll probably wonder why you don't see a playlist for that, and that is why. Thank you for pressing that like, Penny. I appreciate you. Shay's in the house. How are you this morning? The request. It's my friend Chastity.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I literally just baked 24 cinnamon pumpkin muffins, and now I have 2 loaves of banana bread in the oven.
Can I come over?
I'm baking for, I don't know why. I guess to make myself feel better.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll come eat it, then that'll make me feel better.
Yeah, because then I'm looking at it, I'm like, who the hell is going to eat all this?
And everybody's like, yummy.
Right? I'll post pics to my on my page. Oh gosh. Yeah, about the Brian Koberger case. That's a hard one. I was gonna ask you about that one. Because I mean, like, we still have almost a whole nother year before he even goes to trial. And I think it's ridiculous that they keep trying to move it further and further away from these victims' parents, so they make it harder for them to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, who in this country doesn't already know about it? You know what I mean?
Right. Britt says, "Hey Steph, I love my package. So excited. You're welcome. My pleasure. I'm glad you got it. What's up, Chelsea?"
Hey everybody.
So if everybody's wondering what Chastity's talking about, they're talking about Koberger's trial being pushed again. And I'll just read you a little bit of the article here. They they scheduled it from August the 11th to November the 5th, 2025, per order issued on Wednesday, which was yesterday. A hearing remains scheduled, though, for November the 7th, 2024, for argument on motions challenging the death penalty. So that is actually coming up in less than a month. They're going to try to get the death penalty taken off the table, but it'll be a whole other year before we actually see him go to trial.
Right. Oh, so I want to let everybody know, and I really wanted to thank everyone that helped Halloween Mama. They made it through okay. They did get a little bit of flooding, I know, in her Florida room, but everybody's safe. She said the tornadoes, the wind last night was just terrible, and the one daughter is not doing really well with it. So, but they did make it through okay. Everybody's safe.
That's
And I
good.
really want to say thank you to everybody that helped her because she needed it.
No, that's good.
Yeah, she's in
That's
here
how
too.
Mama
so,
in here, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I couldn't sleep last night, but I didn't want to keep messaging her because I'm like, oh, I know she's gonna lose power, and I don't want her to waste her power, her her cell phone on me. But I was like, just freaking out all night about her because I'm like, oh my god, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
But she's good, so thank God.
Well, did I miss any drama overnight? I mean, I slept really great again.
You know what? I didn't even scroll through it all. I took a break because I'm like, my mind is just from all the drama.
Yeah. Good morning, Crazy
What
Mom.
about you, Chelsea? Anything from your end?
Yeah,
Oh, Lord.
like always, I was just scrolling and just looking, and they're not gonna stop talking about this, with Casey and all them. It's
Right.
ridiculous. And so now
Right.
they're gonna start doing a live where they talk about, signs of a cult, and if a cult on social media, and they're going to be doing all kinds of stuff on that live now. So I don't know.
Wow.
Huh.
I did see an image about that this morning, and I was like, cold.
Well, I mean, so we all come in here every day at 10:30 for 2 hours. So I mean, are we a cult? I don't get it. We're
Right?
Stuff's Case Files cult, people.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Coco says apparently Sue was on NCS Rumble last night. I call fake.
Yeah, that was a fake profile. I don't think that was her. I saw that. I think that was a fake account. They're trying so hard to get Casey to go down for this.
Courtney, you're crazy. Sorry, she's like, all praise Steph.
Right. Oh, Lord.
Somebody by the name of Amber made a pretty strong video yesterday. I know who you're talking about. I watched that video. That's a good one, and it talked a lot of truth about women tearing women down. But listen, I know that they posted a picture of me with the green snot and all. I think it's absolutely. I actually laughed because, like the Amber lady said, you're in your 50s and you're putting this on like I just can't. So what? I cried. So what? Everybody cries. Everybody cries. Move on.
Right.
Yeah, I commented on that, and then Ellie Mae said something to me.
Good Lord.
She said that I'm obsessed with Ree.
Oh, God.
Why are you so obsessed with me? I'm some vision this morning. I think we're just wanting the truth. We're just truth seekers, and we want to know the truth. So I don't understand how you can be a DV victim yourself, but treat especially other women, this way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get at all.
And then defend an abuser on top of that, and then call the woman a liar.
Right.
Yeah. I would never, even if somebody, it's just little childish tactic. It's like an immatureness to it. Shay says, my mom has always said, growing up, someone is making fun of picking on is because they are jealous. I have heard that. You know,
You don't sound like
my honest opinion, I'm just going to be raw with my opinion here. I feel like it's my opinion, allegedly, supposedly. I feel like he might be paying her to do those things. And in these days, especially with inflation, I feel like you'll do anything for money.
Yeah, she's supposed to show her face, but y'all don't get y'all's hopes up for that.
At this point, I could
I
care
don't
less.
think she will, and I think that's just a keep you along tactic. I think that I mean, I don't think I don't care what her face looks like anymore. I kind of used to, but now I don't. I just feel like she's not a good person for making fun of other human beings.
Exactly.
Well, we're just talking about usually talk about whatever, but in this moment, we were just talking about the bullying aspect of TikTok. Shanna says, maybe if we could quit showing her attention. Well, here I'm guilty of it, of wanting to react right away, right, you guys? Like when I knew that when I see a lie and I've got proof that it's not a lie, I want to, but that's the journalist truth seeker in me. And that is reacting, and I shouldn't, but it's not fair to me for like a thought of me out there falling for something that I laughed when I saw it, to me isn't fair. I just try to put the truth out there and let the people decide for themselves. If you want to be friends with her, go ahead. I don't care who you're friends with, but I care about what's being said about me. I shouldn't. Yeah. You shouldn't react, but as humans, we do.
And honestly, y'all, it don't matter if you don't give her the attention. There are things that is going on behind the scenes. It don't matter if you give it to her or not. She's not going to stop. There's a lot of things that's going on behind the scenes.
Good morning, Joyfully.
Hey, y'all. Good morning.
Hey, Joy.
Good morning.
Good news for those that have been on track and keeping up. Kat is good. She's okay. She doesn't have power. And the Florida room did suffer a little bit of flood and damage, but it's not a big deal. They're going to check out the backyard now because it looks like part of the fence was down. But that's about it. They are good. My family is good as well. They're just dealing with not having power. But I do want to say that there are a lot of reported fatalities coming out of Florida now, especially on the coast, people that refused to evacuate that were found in their garages, in their basements, which I don't know why anybody would have a basement in Florida. But there are a lot of fatalities, so lots of prayers for those families, their loved ones, because this is still going to be a very tough road moving forward, in recovery and cleanup and rebuilding. Yeah, Courtney, for some reason, people have basements in Florida, which is a state that is almost at sea level.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
It does. And the water table is like right there. So I don't know why anybody would have basements, and especially considering in central and northern Florida, the high propensity for sinkholes. I wouldn't be afraid of that. But yeah, there are people with basements in Florida apparently, and at this point, the last report I saw was they were up to 100 fatalities.
Oh no!
Oh man!
So it's it's a tough situation all around. I know that there are still people that have not even been found in North Carolina. Um, and now we have this in Florida as well. So I think a lot of prayers are needed. There's a good part of our country that is just suffering. There's a whole other part in Wyoming that's on fire. And they're also having to evacuate and losing everything. So there's a lot of upheaval, and it's sad that we're looking at all of these fatalities and we have to be worrying about the pettiness that we see on social media. Because life is fucking short, y'all.
Yep.
Life is short. And I have to admit, Steph, going off of what you were saying, I fell for that shit too. Because I'm seeing all the lies and I'm wanting to call out the lies when I know they're not true, when I know I have proof that what they're saying isn't true. But it gets to the point where it's, do you know the story of the two wolves? You have the good wolf and you have the bad wolf, and the one that you feed is the one that's going to walk with you and survive. And I think we need to stop feeding the bad wolves, y'all.
Steph.
That's some very good advice. I agree.
Hi. I want to chime in because I usually stay silent. I'm in the comments or whatever. But since you were on the subject, I want to talk about the attack of Casey. Okay. I have been following Casey since May. I was there before a lot of those mods, before Sue, even before Panther came to follow her. So, I've been there basically from the beginning. I was never a mod, so I don't have any inside information in that way. I can tell you that when the stuff started going down and those ex-mods came out of there and they wanted to slander Casey, I wanted to know what was going on. So I asked, would Casey or Sue call me? And I think this might have been about the end of August. I'm not quite sure. I put my phone number on there. Sue called me. She was very convincing. She said she had all the money. She had it in her account. She was just waiting for the Francis family to set up their charity so that she could give them the money, because she was afraid to give the money in Micah's name because JP has control of her estate, and then he would get the money. Sue was very convincing. So I'm kind of like a witness on Casey's behalf, because I didn't have any inside knowledge in a moderator chat. But Sue sold that story to everybody. She was very believable. I mean, I feel really stupid when she even said that her post office was flooded and she couldn't mail stuff off. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking now, a United States post office is not going to be out of commission long. If something happened at that location, they would have rerouted the mail. I mean, there's no way. So I just want to say, and another thing, her name may be spelled like you would say Cassie. We all say that in the beginning because that's what we're used to. She says that her name is pronounced Casey. So I see all these people on that other chat who are after her, calling her Cassie in a mocking way. And I just think that's wrong. If you tell somebody this is how I pronounce my name, you be respectful. I do not know why they are after her. I've even written to Mr. Francis to let him know. I don't, nobody's innocent, and, talking about people is wrong. The thing that was on a moderator chat that was said in private, that nobody really likes what was said, but it was in a private chat that's been made public, and I think that's wrong. And it's only been made public to tarnish the person. Here's the thing. If you were in the moderator chat and you've seen any of that going on and you were participated in it before you decided you wasn't, or whatever happened, you're just as guilty. Agreed. And they're just trying to make Casey look bad. They're after everybody. They're after you, Steph. Anybody that poses a threat to JP, they go after. Casey, Guru, Jay'll get that thing against him. when he goes to court. That's going, you know, they'll get Jay. They're after Robbie Harvey, and I know they're after you. So they're after anybody that poses any kind of threat to JP. Casey was just in the way. And is she perfect? No, but I do believe that she had very good intentions towards Mica, and she got sucked in just like the rest of us. I mean, Sue was a pretty good snake oil salesman, and we all bought it. And, you know, I'm just going to stick up for what's right is right. And I
Yeah.
appreciate you letting me have a moment on your panel to say that.
Anytime. Thank you for coming up here. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Juju.
You're welcome.
So yeah, the panel's open if you want to come up and speak your truth. I think talking about it helps. If we, you know, good morning, Panther.
Panther?
I'm sorry.
I was talking to Panther. I call her Panther.
Oh, Panther. Yeah, it's a lot of unnecessary bullying, but it's like they get a hold of one little morsel and then they just keep spinning it until it's this big souffle. You know, it's just this, and they just keep wearing it out and wearing it out and wearing it out. My
It's
opinion.
literally like cotton candy, the way I look at it. The way they spin these webs and they spin these stories, but one drop of water is going to melt it all. One drop of truth is going to melt it all. And they are so afraid of that truth. And they seem to build narratives ahead of time and create scenarios ahead of time so that they're more believed, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And that's the part that doesn't make sense to me. Why is there so much effort into, oh, we have our opinion and we're allowed to have it? Yes, you are. But when you're saying something that isn't true and that's our opinion, why are we attacked? But nobody can say anything about the lies you're spreading.
Because they say that we're spreading misinformation and we're lying.
It's a double-edged sword in that case, because none of us were there the day that Micah died. Not a single one of us was there. So nobody knows anything for sure. We all have our own opinions as to what happened, how it happened, and what we think could have been. And people need to get over themselves and accept that, period. Now, if you're going to go and intentionally lie about other people, like they've done about me, like they've done about Casey, like they've done about Chelsea, or threaten people, threaten their lives, threaten their safety, their livelihoods, yeah, there's a problem. And then they claim to be victims of threats and this and that, but they don't show any proof of it. But they have no problem going after other people. Make that make sense to me.
Yeah, they had my husband's TikTok account permanently banned. He had to make a whole new TikTok account.
How did they get it banned?
I know it was her and a group of friends because they were bragging about how they got it took down. So it was like a mass report all at one time.
Hey, Patriot.
So yeah, he had to make a whole new account because they started digging into him. And that's just found his old Tinder account and thought they were going to start something with that. But that account was up before me and him were even together. That was an old account.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, Butterfly Angel.
they had no right to do that. None.
But they just sat on the panel the other night and was complaining and calling out people for deep diving other people.
Yes.
And
They do that all
giving
the
out
time.
information. Yeah, like it's like hello,
It's gaslighting
Black.
at its finest.
yeah, like come on now. And I'm sorry, but that's crap. They either need to make up their mind what they're going to be about. Are you going to be about true crime, or you're going to follow cases and do that, or are you just going to be the mean girls and that's what you're going to stick with? So then that way everybody can know what they're about and move along.
Yep.
In my opinion.
And these people have my address because it was posted on TikTok. by a fake account. They have my address, and I have a 4-year-old child in the house with me. So that's kind of scary because I don't know who's going to pop up.
It is scary when you're on social media and information is accessible to anybody. There's nobody in here that couldn't find out who I am and where I am, for example. But I think the difference is understanding that that's private information and that should be respected. We should not try to physically intimidate people or go by their homes in person. We have that's why we all don't get on planes and all meet at the same place and sit around the table and talk. We have social media for a reason so that everybody all over the world can come into one place and share different views and different opinions. And that should not be held against them in that way to have in life terror where you're afraid somebody's going to come by. And if it gets in the right hands of the right crazy person. So I think there has to be a respect there for that. I don't see any respect at all there for that.
Yeah, and I know Big Homie, Reed's so-called bodyguard. I know he said I was under his radar, so I'm sure he's got my address too.
I would say, well, for you coming by so we can have some tea. Like, why, you're a big old bad bodyguard. Okay, what are you going to do?
But that's the thing. He's not a bodyguard anymore.
Yeah, I heard that.
And he even failed at being a rapper. So really, I looked him up on Google, and the only thing it says on Google is that he's a YouTuber. That's it. He ain't no bodyguard.
Hey, Doodles, it's good to see you in here. Doodles says it is maybe because Casey knows who Ree is. Someone, you think it's because she knows who she is? Well, I think it's just to have something to do, or she's getting paid for it. That's my honest opinion, because I cannot imagine just sitting there, having something to talk about, to laugh about, to make fun of other human beings. We're discussing what has happened, but we're not up here going, true crime reason, making up lies. So I don't understand it, because even if you believe, whatever you believe, it has to be respected, right? If you believe that Mica did not do this to herself that day, I respect it. If you believe that she did, I respect it. But what I don't respect is you know what Mica's list says. And that's only a small portion of it in her own words. So it doesn't, everything in totality doesn't support your theory to support JP. Do you see what I mean? Because no matter which way you slice it, he's a horrible human being, period. And the fact that you, take up for him or whatever in any sort of way, to me, is demeaning to women and everything that women have been through, or men in a domestic violence situation, period, all around.
I wanted to get on here. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Panther, I wanted to apologize to you for the other day. I got threw up on that panel, and I didn't accuse you of anything. I said your name out of shock. It was the other people in there talking about you. And I wanted to apologize to everybody else in here, too.
Okay. The Panther, is she still in here? I thought so, but I'm going to leave that between y'all. But I'm sure that Panther appreciates that, and it's easy to get it's easy to get caught up in the moment, but you have to be careful what you say, because they're the kind of people, they'll hold on to that forever and ever and ever.
Yes, and I said her name out of shock because they were talking about her, and I was like, Panther, and I couldn't believe she did it, and they were talking about her, and I was like that. I didn't accuse her of anything, but I wanted to apologize to everybody else in here, so and let them know I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. They threw me up on panel, and it was like, my gosh. And they started talking about Joy and Panther and everybody, and I was like in shock.
Well, does anybody know if Ree made it to the police department? She was going to go file that report and everything, and I never did hear nothing else, so I don't think she did. I think a lot of this is just empty scare tactics.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing else about that.
Hey,
Well,
Panther,
see,
Panther, come
Texas,
back in.
see,
Yes,
Texas
she did.
girl, the thing about that is those same screenshots that Abigail has, someone else had the same screenshots. So I know somebody has been in Abigail's ear. The same person that had the same screenshots that Abigail had.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I was trying to pick. You're talking about of the group and stuff.
Yeah.
Penny, it is hard to know what to believe. So I'm going to give this advice for anybody who gets on social media. Always only trust yourself. Never trust anybody, because I support you and you support me, but at the end of the day, I don't know you and you don't know me. So you have to be guarded, which I was not when I first started on this platform. And you just have to take everything that you hear as a grain of salt, and keep supporting your cause and stay positive while not trying to tear other people down. Thank you for sending that potato in Paris, A. Griffin. It's good to see you. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Panther's in here, Allison. She came back in, and yes, there was an apology there. I'm going to start trying to post my lives on my YT. I did post yesterday's if you missed it. So you can go back and watch this one later on this afternoon. Patriot says, all of this confusion. Yeah, it is confusing. And there's people, listen, I have to be honest. There's people out there who are at work, right? And there's people that exist like this in the world. I'm not saying I know anybody like this. I'm just saying that there are people like this that will sit at work and they're like, God, I cannot wait to get home and start some shit. Girl, oh my God, this is like the best. I go home from work and we don't have the Maury show, so I just come on TikTok and I mess with these people and I make up all this shit and I start all these fights between each other, and it releases these endorphins in my mind, and then I can sleep good at night. And then some people are only on that mission, and then you have other people who are worried about the situation at work and can't wait to come home and talk to their friends and support their cause. And there are good people on this app. There are good people here, okay? But you have to recognize what this is, and it's TikTok, okay? It's an app. If you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling harassed or bullied, log out. Take a break. Don't come back. Go out and smell the air and look around and look and see that they're not there. They're not there in your yard, in your face. They're only right here. And you control right here. And you control right here. So that's what I've been working on, is to stay strong and stay focused on what your mission is and not get caught up in the drama, because most of it's just made up. Eric's apology? To who? I don't know. I blocked that guy.
It was to you and Miss Ann.
Oh, really?
I got it. I'll send it to you.
Okay. That's shocking. I never saw that coming. For setting me up. Well, he thinks it's a setup. It was. It totally wasn't. I swear. When I posted that, y'all know why I posted that video from Killer Psychologist. It was just interesting to me. You know why? We don't have to talk about it. And as soon as he texted that, I was like, no. Why would I ever go on a podcast for True Crime Re ever? Like, you could not pay me enough to go on a podcast with that woman. So immediately I was like, okay, hold on. I'm going to text somebody. And then I text somebody and I said, I'm going to play along. I'm just going to see what he says. So there was at no time did he set me up. It was a good laugh and like, he's weird, but it was not I didn't fall for anything. I'm a sleuther. Listen, I don't fall for anything. Everything, trust me. I was an accountant before this, so I have an accounting mind. So everything is calculated in my mind always. Every move, every word, everything you say. So I always go into it with what's going on behind the scenes. And that's not for you not to be trustworthy of people. Remember that they have to earn your trust. People have to earn your respect. Just don't give it to them in the beginning, because you'll get fooled real quick. So you always have to be on guard. Right. We have 27,000 likes and 254 souls in the room. You guys are amazing. I hope that you caught me on TMZ Live yesterday. If you didn't, that clip will be up in a few days. Today's live goal is 10 coffees, magics, and we already have 4. So maybe I'll get 6 more and we'll reach today's live goal. I can see you bringing on Halloween. Thank you, Sugar Baby, for your support. I really appreciate that. Willow Doodle says, I wouldn't give them a minute of my time. Yes, and don't get off the app and worry about what somebody with a fake name up north or south or wherever they're from may or may not say, because they're probably getting paid, or they're just getting some kick and love out of it, and they don't have attention in their life. They have horrible situations maybe, and they feel the connection with family when they talk at night. That's what it is. My glasses are pair eyewear. I have these frames on today. I'm taking screenshots of people asking and telling me they want some so that I can get a sponsorship. So keep telling me they're beautiful, okay? Just do it. Say, where did you get them?
Yeah, where did you get them? I want those glasses. But if I order some, you're going to have to send them to me.
Yeah, they're so good. I like it because you can match it with your outfit. You get boring wearing the same glasses every day. So I thought that's like, I saw them on Shark Tank when they first come out. And I was like, that's going to make $1 million. And I'm sure it has.
Joy,
these are Wanda. Do what?
I was asking Joy how she's feeling.
Well, I took my pill 25 minutes ago, and I'm already sweating again, but I'm good. So, Steph is out of the loop. I was diagnosed type 2 diabetes on Monday.
Oh, no.
So I've started on metformin. I caught it early. So the hope is that it's reversible. But the metformin is kicking my ass, y'all. This stuff is terrible. And I'm only taking
I'm trying to stay away from it. I'm a pre-diabetic, so it's forever a fight. I'm always borderline.
Yeah. I was pre-diabetic 2 years ago, and then a few weeks ago started having symptoms, just super thirsty, but dry mouth and everything, but also literally running to the bathroom every 5 minutes. And I broke out in hives because of the heat and the stress of moving and everything, and the hives will not go away. They will not heal. So when I heard about the Sue situation, I ended up with like a severe headache. Even my eyeballs were hurting as I was listening to those calls that are recorded. And Sue admitting to everything. And I got really, really, I just wasn't well. And I was like, okay, I got to stop. I can't keep listening to this. This is going to, like, I didn't know if I was going to have a heart attack, a stroke, or what. And so I called my doctor. He did come a couple of days later. My blood pressure was normal, but my sugar was at 369.
Holy cow.
So I was high. And when I went to get my blood work, which is without eating, I was at 180. Or 280, sorry. 280. So I agree, Cocoa Puff. Stress can also raise glucose. So they have me on 500 milligrams, just one pill a day of metformin, but it's horrible. I don't like it. It has, like, every day is a different symptom.
Well, we are certainly praying for you. I have stage 3 kidney disease, so I do not want to go on metformin. Somebody said it causes kidney disease troubles. So I'm trying my best to stay off of it. It's like you can take medicine for one thing, but there's side effects and effects for the other always, and everything. But I hope that this really helps you and that gets you to a point where you're healthy and that it doesn't affect, because stress, and like they said, stress is a big factor in the kidney situation. So I try to stay a little bit less stressful than I was in my younger life, because you don't think it does, and you're like, how, but it does.
And the thing is that you see effects of stress, especially after getting out of a traumatic situation, or worse still, a DV relationship. The stress that you have during that time will still continue to manifest in different symptoms years after you get out. And I've only been out for 5 years, going on 6 in November. So a lot of what I'm seeing now is just, flashover from the 13 years that I was with him. So I started out with digestive issues. Thank God those have gone away. I ended up with sepsis and needing emergency surgery. And now it's the diabetes. I had gained weight like the last 4 years, and really in a really weird way, because I've always been really thin. I'm 5'7" and my normal weight was 130, but I started gaining weight around my waist and then up. Like my face started to puff up, my arms started to puff up. And yeah, Crystal, I unfortunately work from home. I'm sitting on my ass all day and I drink Pepsi. So that's part of my problem, which I'm very much aware of. And I'm trying to break myself of, is not drinking so much Pepsi. I don't drink coffee, or didn't typically drink coffee. I might have to switch just for that caffeine rush, and so that I can get through my work day. But I do know that a lot of it stems from the situation. No, I know you weren't being mean, hon. You're fine. I know I have a Pepsi problem. You're good. I don't know if there's a soda AA or something, or like a soda addicts anonymous, but I would probably be one of those in there. Like, hi, my name is Linda. I'm addicted to Pepsi. It is what it is.
Listen, I do it every morning. Y'all know I love my Pepsis. I know it's hard. I should not be drinking Pepsi with stage 3 kidney disease, but I really only drink probably 1 or 2 a day, which is 1 or 2 too much. But I used to drink them all day long, so I'm doing better with that, trust me.
Yeah, I was drinking Pepsi all day long too, and I'm a lot more focused on drinking water, drinking tea. I do have coffee. It's just I'm not a fan of coffee. I prefer iced coffees in any case. But we'll see if I get into, coffee and just not really add sugar or anything like that on it. We'll see.
I'll tell you one thing that has really helped me, especially with my kidney function. For those, I saw 2 or 3 people in the comments say that they also have stage 3 kidney disease. So what I do is I get a 40 ounce, I have a bling tumbler, because they're fun. And I fill that up with 40 ounces of water per day. And I do it twice a day, so it's 80 ounces a day, but I do the Mio. So I put the Mio in and I sip on it all day. I do Pepsi in the morning because I like the kick. It keeps me going. It's like my coffee, I guess. But through the day, I have learned to switch out my Cokes with water, and it really did help my kidney function, and it'll help you too. But it's the sweetness. You gotta taste something sweet, right? So Mio, MIO, is the best. It's what I use.
I
And
just
I'm
wanted
not
to.
really a
Oh, I'm
sweet
so sorry.
person.
I wanted
No,
to
go
say real
ahead,
quick.
hon.
Hearing this conversation, hey y'all, by the way, hearing this conversation and reading the comments as we're going through, so many people are commenting, yes, I have PTSD, I have all this stuff going on. A lot of us were drawn to the Micah Francis case because of prior DV, or, it's touched our life in some way. And if just this small handful of people in this room have all this stuff going on behind the scenes, if you genuinely care about mental health, and I genuinely do, why spend days and days attacking somebody, their character, breaking every little tiny thing down about them? Like, I don't care. It's hurtful to mental health. And people have stuff going on in the background, and I know people get triggered and they snap back, and then they snap back, and it's just this ongoing cycle. And at some point, someone has to stop it. Someone has to stop it. Even if lies are being posted and all those things, it's like, just like Joy said, the one that lives is the one you feed. The wolf that lives is the one you feed. And everyone has so much going on in their own personal lives. I mean, life is hard enough. It's hard enough. The personal attacks is what I'm talking about.
Right.
You don't know what someone's going through. I know Casey has had a hard life. She's been through a lot just from being in her lives and her sharing her story with us on social media.
Yeah, Risa.
Risa,
yes,
what?
Yeah, making shirts with Casey's mugshot on it.
They did say that.
I mean, it's
That's
if you care about mental health,
what?
why are you doing that to somebody?
Right. Then you can't come on here and call DV survivor and then
Yes.
V somebody else. That doesn't
If you're going to
make any sense.
advocate.
Right. I mean,
Yeah,
it
I mean,
happened. It
They saw a
happened.
couple of videos, and they tried to say that she had left the state and she was running from the police, and they were all giddy and giggling and happy and all excited and everything, and it was like, it took me 30 seconds to realize she's still in North Myrtle Beach. Like, you can see the background where she was at. What are y'all trying to do?
Hey,
But
Joy.
it's like they only care
No,
about
and plus
mental
nobody's
health
going to
when
go
it's
on.
about
No,
their own.
nobody's going to go on the run for 15,000. It'll cost you more to go on the run for the run than it would just get the run. So that don't even make any sense in the beginning. But hey, Crystal.
I just think there's more to come because they keep saying there's more coming out. Just wait, there's more coming out. So I know there's a lot of private chats and a lot of whatever. And I don't know. I have a feeling they're going to try to expose her so that everyone hates her or something. Them. I don't know.
It's a discreditation campaign is what it is. Trying to discredit everybody, and it's not just Casey.
Yeah, it's not just Casey. There are certain people who have been vocal.
They even said it on their live. It's harder to take down the profiles that have, a whole bunch of followers, but they've been trying really hard to take Chelsea down, for instance, who has less followers, and they can't figure out why they can't take her down. Those were Ree's words.
Hey, Joy.
Yes, ma'am.
I was not trying to be mean. I was trying to give you a little trick on that.
I know.
To keep, and it's hard to text it all out because it won't let you. My husband's father is borderline diabetes. Keeps on coming up. Well, he'll stop for a whole month on Pepsi drinking because we're all Pepsi drinkers here, except my husband. But anyways, he drinks water for a whole month, and then goes back, and all of a sudden his lab work will do good. I know it's hard when you're already diabetic, and I just don't know how to go about that. But try go drinking water for a month, and then try get your test results. your lab work again, and see how good that does. I know it's hard when you're a soda freak.
I'll try that. Yeah, because I have a glucometer. Once I can figure out how to get the damn thing to work, I'm supposed to be testing my sugar once a week. But I wanted to experiment the first day I took the metformin because it got me really, really dizzy. Like I would stand up and the whole world would spin, and then I was really nauseous. And I was like,
Yeah.
is my sugar too low now? I wanted to check it, but I can't get the darn thing to
No,
work.
the
I don't know.
metformin is you're having a bad reaction to it. That's what it does. And also be careful because hospitals blacklisted that. They won't give it to you in the hospital.
Well, keep in mind, I'm in Central America, hon. So
Okay.
things here are a little bit harder and a little bit different. But I only had the dizziness the first day. I didn't have that yesterday. All I had is like as soon as I take it, I start sweating, and then the same thing today. Yeah, I've been trying to calibrate it, Stephanie, but it's really hard to figure out when the instructions don't help. And I keep looking for videos to figure it out. I'm doing practices. I've got all my fingers poked at this point. Good thing I don't really care about pain. But I'll figure it out. It's just practice.
Thank you, Steph, for letting me come up. I love watching you. Keep going.
Thanks, Crystal, for coming up to clarify.
Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate you.
I see someone in the comments saying they need to be exposed so they can stop. Here's the thing. That's a problem. I don't need anybody to be exposed for me. I'm going to make my own decisions on who I feel is a genuine and good person based on my relationship with them and who isn't. It just makes everyone look bad. You're exposing yourself by trying to expose somebody.
The thing is,
What is it exposing? You're exposing that they're human and they make mistakes, and that sometimes people say shit they shouldn't say. I mean, I don't get it. Like, expose what?
I know exactly.
Anyways,
are you going to expose my super boring life where all I do is videos and go to the doctor and come back and do some more videos and then go to the doctor?
Yeah, I mean, what is there to expose? That we're all human and we all make mistakes and no one is all good or all bad.
The Matrix, I think your perspective is one-sided because you're not considering the hurt that the other group is causing.
Very true. That group is causing a lot of hurt right now too. This group mentality. I would rather be friends with everyone.
Or just everybody leave everybody alone and do
Leave
your
me
own
alone.
stuff.
Yeah, I'll
You don't need
listen.
other people's.
But when I see the meanness and the attacks and this like coordinated effort and this planning, I see it, and it's very crazy. And someone's gonna get hurt. Someone will get hurt, and that will be very sad when that day comes. Because
I mean, to even get up on a panel and simultaneously amongst everybody say Casey's on the run. We already know there are some really disturbed people on this app. Somebody could have tried to go after her, assuming that she is actually on the run.
That's right.
And her life was put in danger over that.
That's right.
Over what? Just because you wanted to come back on a live all giddy and happy and get more likes and spill the tea?
Yep.
Which wasn't even tea to begin with because it was false.
I'm not saying it's okay what the group did to a bunch of people. I'm not saying anything is okay. I'm saying I don't need someone exposing someone else because there are three sides to every story. Your side, their side, and the truth. I have discernment. I don't need someone telling me what the truth is. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to expose someone like Diddy. Like, not a human who makes mistakes.
Right? And it's like they're
How
asking
about
for
expose someone who
accountability.
is a child pedo and being a preacher? Expose them.
Me, I want to
Allegedly.
point this out because they keep saying, and this word is a favorite of them right now, is accountability. Casey has already apologized more than once. The mods have apologized more than once. What more do you want? What more accountability is there than for them to accept, yes, mistakes have been made. We did things we shouldn't have done. We're sorry for the people we may have hurt, but we have apologized. The whole crew has apologized.
That's right.
Exactly, Alameda. So what more is it that people want? They continue to cry for accountability. Do you want bloodletting in the town in the town hall?
Mm-hmm.
In the town square? Like, what is it that you guys want? The problem is, and this is the real problem, and this is why I say it is one-sided, is that despite the apologies, despite people actually taking accountability, what other people want is to see people go down. And that's where there's malicious intent behind their intentions, their words, their actions.
That's right. You're exactly 100,000% right. I totally agree with that. Everybody's like, that's right. Willow Doodle, I wanted to give you a chance to speak. Good morning.
Good morning. I just want to say I pray for you every day. I felt horrible when I heard what happened, and it's not right. But guess what? God does not look at evil. He turns from it. And all these people that are traitors, whatever reason they are doing what they did, karma will come to them. Sit back, get your popcorn ready, because they're all going to go down. You watch and see.
There are some deep words there from my friend.
I steer away from drama and instigators and people who are traitors and cause problems. Because you know what? I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I ain't gonna worry about people who do that. Let karma get them. It'll happen all on its own. Trust and believe that.
Can I say something real quick? Everybody in the chat, you need to be respectful. We are not talking about other creators right now. We're really not even saying any names. So keep other creators, that honestly have absolutely nothing to do with the situation at hand that we are talking about right now. Keep it out. We're here to be respectful. We're all just giving our opinions, but we do not need to start bringing other creators that have absolutely nothing to do with this situation into it. Or I'm going to mute you.
And we're not going to do the gaslighting about the whataboutism.
Exactly.
And we're not going to do the, oh, you're trying to change my opinion. No one is trying to change your opinion.
Nobody's trying to do that. We're just we all have our own opinions, and Steph gives us a platform to be able to voice our own opinions respectfully. But what we're not going to do is start throwing out other creators' names that were not involved in this in any way, shape, or form and come in here and bash them. Or like I said, I will mute you. Thank you.
Thank you.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I shouldn't have really brought people's names up, and I'm sorry if I did, because that's the thing I'm complaining about. It's in general. Honey, it's in general. I see people going.
You.
No, I know, but
Okay.
It made me stop for a second and think. I do see people going after certain creators, quote unquote, and I think that's wrong too. You don't know what that lady has going on in her life. Going after is the problem. Telling the truth and saying this person isn't a good person and they said this and this to me. Okay, thank you for the information. Now let's move on.
Right. People are going to real life.
But going on and going real life and all that stuff isn't right. And if one person went real life on another person in that group, then I am truly sorry. I do not agree with that either. I don't.
Crystal says, I wish it was back in the days where there was no technology and we all respect each other. Listen, I never thought growing up that I would be doing this because this didn't exist. I think the advancement of technology is good. It's always going to happen as a human race, period. But I think how people use it can be refined. They can use it for good and they can use it for evil. I'm trying to use mine for good. And some people use theirs for evil. They use it just to stir stuff, like I said, because it's what they have to do when they get home from work. It's their sit down time after they get the kids fed and after they get back from the church service or whatever. Too many keyboard warriors and too much hurt going on. That's right, Crystal. Look at the real world life events right now. People have lost their homes today. They've lost loved ones. They've died in a horrible way. Somebody woke up this morning and has lost everything in their life, including humans. And that's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, it's not about how many pictures you post with somebody with snot coming out of their nose or how many lives you have to make fun of them and to try to tear them down as a human being. Because at the end of the day, what is real and what matters is right outside the window. I'm looking right now at the Great Smoky Mountains. It's right outside my window. I'm so blessed to live here. And I think about how glorious and what a miracle this earth is and how it's formed and how it can love you and hate you. It can give you beautiful mountains, and at the same time, it can drown you. And so those are real life things that we have to get through. We're all stuck here. Hello. We didn't ask to be here. And you got, if you're lucky, 75 short years. It's a blink. And it's up to you whether you live those in a miserable way, in a positive way, and maybe left the earth a little bit better than it was when you got here. That's my goal in life.
Hey, Steph, in Texas, I believe they made it law. Cyberbullying is a felony. If you look it up, I believe it. I'm almost positive. I follow a group on YouTube, and there's one guy on there. I'm not going to say his name, but he's been arrested 4 times for cyberbullying, and it's a felony. And I hope that law comes into effect for every state, because it's not fair to bully anybody, whether you like them or you don't like them. You don't like them, don't watch them. Walk away. That's the best solution.
Right. And it's funny because I'm in a third world country, quote unquote, and that has been a law here, punishable by 3 years in prison in any case of cyberbullying, cyber stalking, defamation, anything that's done online. That was put into law, I want to say 6 years ago here.
Well, I would, if I was Casey, I would look up the laws in her state, and I would take this very, very serious, because she has the right to protect herself. Even Sue has the right to protect herself. She should be held accountable for the things that she did, but it also doesn't mean that she needs to be bullied either as a human being. We're all pissed, but at the same time, she has the same human rights as the rest of us. And so I would say that you can talk about the situation, analyze the situation, and learn from the situation without cyberbullying or whatever you want to call it, other human beings. That when they get off this app, they take that with them throughout the day and everything they do and everything. And when they lay down at night and they think about the day and they can't sleep, maybe it was your comment that's keeping them up. And we are all souls. This is our vessel. We're in our aircraft right now on a rock that's spinning in the middle of nowhere. Hold on and shut up. Just hold on and we'll get through it. And when we all pass away, who knows what's in the great beyond? It's whatever you want to think. But don't you think that in the great beyond, when you go up to face your judgment, or maybe if I ran into you in heaven, that we will hug one another and respect one another? Or do you think that it'll be the way that it is on the app? And that'll show how its importance.
We should be building each other up, not kicking when they're down.
And even if, because it's normal that we might not like some people. Some people may not like us. I'm okay with that. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing. Go your own way. And when you have people on both sides having other people's names in their mouths and instigating or whatever, it's like it gets to a point where you no longer know who started it, who is defending themselves, because it just becomes a back and forth. Mm-hmm. And I know that we want to be very aware of mental health. We want to be very aware of how we treat people because, yes, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. My perspective or my opinion on that is a little bit different because we're also all adults. We're not 5 years old to kick and fuss because, oh my God, someone hurt my feelings. We're big enough and adult enough, I would hope, that we're able to just ignore the petty comments and keep on moving.
Yes, I agree.
Steph, look how good you're doing. Look at your numbers. You don't need other creators. You're good all on your own. You do a great job. Know that.
Oh, thank you. We have 42,000 likes and 243 souls in the room. Can you believe it, Willow? Remember when we started out on Ethan's panel and we just hang out and talk and
good old days. The good old days.
Yes. It was so good.
We do it over at you know where. and we have fun. We just laugh, joke around, and get away from all the negativity and drama. It's nice. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just I don't like to be part of who's going for who and who's not talking to who. Now, get over it. Just move on.
Move
Stay
on.
positive.
And see, what's funny is, and I'm looking at the comments and I'm looking at the passive aggressive meaning behind the comments. And the thing is that we're all human. We're all going to trip up. We're all going to fail. But also, there are a lot of us that feel very protective of our friends on these apps. And when we know our friends are being attacked or we're being lumped into a group of people that's being attacked, damn Skippy, somebody's going to want to feel like they're going to get up and defend themselves.
Yeah. It's the human nature reaction. It's just like, hey, no.
Exactly. and this is what, okay. And I've said this so many times whenever I'm on my lives. And I know there's 100 of people in here that have been in there, even though they don't make themselves known, which I don't care. I don't talk shit about people. I talk about the shit that people do. If you don't like it, don't do shit that's going to get talked about. It's not a hard concept, y'all. It's not a hard concept. Keep in mind, social media is freaking open for legit the whole world.
Yeah.
Anybody from anywhere in the world can pop into your live and hear what you're saying and see what you're doing.
Yeah. And it's forever.
If you don't want to be exposed for that, don't do it. Don't say it. It's not hard. It's really not hard, y'all. It's not.
That's some great
Just
advice.
said
I mean, and it's forever. So you think it's all fun now, but in 20 years when your grandchildren come to say, Mom, why did you do that to that lady?
Right?
Shanna Brooke just said, and this is so true, it is hard not to, but no reaction is a powerful reaction. Absolutely.
Amen
You
to that.
can kill somebody with kindness and the not feed into their crap, and that is going to piss them off worse than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get it. I don't know why everybody, can't be adults and just we all can agree to disagree on things and go about our way and still be friends. I mean, I don't have to agree with it.
Or not.
Or not.
It's okay to block somebody if you don't like the way they behave. And if that other person is offended, that's their problem.
Right.
Right. Yeah, and my feelings on that is
everybody's friends.
Right.
Right. And my feelings on that is if you get offended by something that I say, and I'm not speaking to you specifically and it's not about you specifically and you feel some type of way about that, then you probably are guilty of it. But that's on you. Like,
nobody can offend you without your permission.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm at a loss for words this morning.
Well, you always got my back when I'm at a loss for words, Chaz, so I got you today.
But yeah,
you guys are amazing. I look forward to coming in here and talking to you guys every morning. I start my day at 8 a.m. I clock in like everyone else. I start researching what I want to talk about with the overnight events and, but it's just such a joy. I was thinking yesterday, I used to be an accountant at an old boring gray cubicle, crunch, and I was good at it. I mean, it was fine. It was just boring, and how much my life has changed because, I got sick, it got took from me, and I literally fought my way back through my illnesses and stuff to a place where I'm happy. I love what I do. I love my friends. And I cannot be grateful enough for this opportunity. I feel like even though I'm 47, maybe now God is going to let me know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I prayed for this opportunity every day. When I'd come into here in a live and maybe 1 or 2 or 5 people, and I'd just sit here and I'd be like, God, please send some folks to me. And he did. And here you are. And so I'm not going to let anyone or anything stand in the way. Here's the misunderstanding. I've been through too much. I've been through, like, this is nothing. Okay. I've been through real, like, in my face bullying and horrible situations before. And I always make it through it, because God will never give you more than you can handle. That's what they say. And I believe it. And you have to hand it over to him. I don't know if you have faith in here or your beliefs, but I do, because at the end of the day, when I feel like nobody is listening, I always know that someone is. So it's not what even if you're 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, and you finally find your calling, don't look back at the 50 years. Look at that as lessons learned and preparation for the awesome life that you're going to live for the next 50 years. Don't let people's opinions that don't even matter dictate what you do. You're not going to take my platform. You know, you might convince 50 people out of the 82,000 that follow me, and think about what kind of percentage that is, and know that what you do and what you're doing, the hate is worthless and it's not going to work.
That's right, Steph. It's called knowing your worth and building self-esteem. You know, you look on social media and most of it is negativity, drama. Nobody ever does building people up instead of kicking them down. And I think that's sad, because if you think about it, when you do a positive live, the numbers go lower than as if you're talking about drama and stuff like that. People, they're like magnetized, and it's very sad. And I'm glad that you're spreading awareness, and it's true. Know your worth. You know, you deserve better. So don't even acknowledge it. The more you acknowledge it, the more you're going to fall. When you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, move away, and if you don't go to it, it won't come to you. And trust and believe in your faith, like Steph said.
Steph, I just want to say I love you, and I love coming in here because you're always positive, even when things are hard, and I appreciate your point of view, and thank you for being a light. I have to run, but I appreciate getting to come up on panel. I love you.
Thank you. I love you back. Thank you for coming up here. Oh my goodness, my heart is always full when I get off here every day. It encourages me to go on and continue working. I work on my stories. I just saw a FOIA request for something else I'm working on get denied. Here's what I found in getting FOIA requests is they like to play ball, right? They are in the middle. What is that game where you're in the middle and they throw the ball back and forth and you're trying to catch it, and that they'll try to reroute you to things that don't make sense so you can't get what you need. So that's what I work on during the day, is my emails and messaging you guys back and the content and things like that. I've got training tonight. I train every week with TikTok, 1 hour every Thursday. And we're building a platform together. There's so many great things in the future with me and TikTok. And I'm getting opportunities. Like, this is insane. This is crazy. Like, I started with 1 follower, right? And then another, and then another. I can't even believe it. Every day that I get up, it's like a dream come true. It's like, are they really putting this, is this real? Is this real? So there are a lot of negative stuff to it. But every day I get stronger. Every day I get wiser about how to say, what to say. You know, I try to better myself every day. I don't come on the app specifically to start trouble or anything. That's my attitude with this. This is my profession. This is my career now, whether it takes me into just doing podcast or wherever it takes me, or if I'm just on TikTok forever, I'll take that, as long as that I have this platform and I have a connection with you, because I feel like it's what I was meant to do all along.
have a lot of people that will back you and support you because you're a good person and everybody knows where your heart is. It's not for the drama. It's helping with cases and spreading awareness. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's a lot. A lot of it is texting and calling and emailing through the day, but I have cases still. My inbox is full. I see your messages when you send me and say, "Will you please cover this case and cover this case?" The problem is the catch-22 with TikTok, because they don't want you to post more than 2 or 3 times a day, or really twice. And so I want to post 15 times a day because I have something to say about all the stories. But if you do that, it'll just kind of blacklist you in sort of a way to where maybe you won't get pushed out. It's weird. But yeah, they don't want the system to be overwhelmed. They want you to put, because TikTok's version view is quality over quantity. So you want to have a good quality of information and not so much quantity. But I can't do it without you guys. This is not possible without you guys. And so the fact that you even support me at all is mind blowing. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Oh, thank
That's because
you.
you provided a safe place for us to be able to come on and talk about different things, and and us have our own opinions and not leave feeling like my opinion wasn't valid, or or you don't like me now because my opinion isn't your opinion. You've made that platform, and it's hard to find those now. That if everybody doesn't go with that creator's narrative, then they don't like you, or they don't this, or they don't that. So you've made that. You're the one. And I mean, like I said, I look forward to this every day. You were my first creator that I ever, you know, got up on a panel with and talked to, and because you made me feel safe. So you make people feel safe. And with things going on in the world like they are, I think everybody's just looking for a little piece of safety and somebody to communicate with, and and not walk away feeling like crap.
Thank you for the coffee. I'm so caffeinated this morning. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you. Thank you, Willow, for the roses. Thank you, guys. Well, I hate to go, but it's that time of day. I got to get on and get some laundry going and get some stories going, and respond to these crazy for you people. But you guys know that I'm always around. If you need me, all you have to do is message me. It might take me a day or two. Probably the best way to reach me faster is if you message me on the book face, because I check that every day. But TikTok's messages is so distorted, and their organization is not good on the messages, so I can't hardly keep up. So I can keep up with you better if you message me on the book face. Please check my messages. Yes, and if you tell me to that you've got one specifically, I'll go in there and look for you. I try to get through the messages. There's a lot of requests that I go through, like where they don't show you. You have to go read them and respond and stuff. And it's a lot, but I enjoy your messages. I read every one of them. I might not respond, or what'll happen is I need to respond, and then I'll get busy and forget, but know that you're seen. Okay. I love each and every one of you very much. Thank you for making my dreams come true. Everybody on the panel, I appreciate you and everything that you do every single day. I appreciate your time, and the fact that you give it to me and give it to the rest of the folks is amazing. Remember that you can follow me on any social media platform. All you have to do is look for the same username and logo. I am on YouTube, the Bookface, the Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, and all the things. So wherever you are, there I am too. Thank you, panel.
Thank you,
Thank you. Have a good
Stephanie,
day,
for
Steph.
letting me up here.
Thank you.
Love you. Have a good day.
I'll
Thanks,
see
sugar
y'all in the
baby.
morning.
And thank
10:30.
you, everybody, for accepting my apology. And I'm sorry again. And if y'all can all follow me again, please.
Thank you. Thank you for coming up here, Allison. It takes a lot to be brave and open in that way, and everyone appreciates that, I'm sure.
Well, I felt it in my heart, and I feel better now.
Okay, well, that's good. All right, I'll see y'all in the morning. Otherwise, I mean, I'm around. We might have to come on here, you know. If breaking news happens, I'm going to be here. I'm right here, okay? But otherwise, see y'all in the morning, okay? Bye.
All right.
Bye, Steph.